TV show that you really like, and then, okay, I can't wait for it to come back, and then it doesn't come back. They cancel it. You're like, I didn't get a chance.
I got a couple of those,
didn't get a chance to say goodbye to it.
Yeah, I thought you could have also gone the other way where they introduce a kid. You're like, I ain't watching this.
Done. Click. But then
they ran out of ideas. I'm done.
Then part of me was, wait a minute. He was terrible for the Jets. They were awful for 3 years.
But he was your guy.
But yet I feel bad I didn't really get to say goodbye. I guess I feel like I need to put this storyline to bed because it was just so awful for the Jets. Because I had 3 horrible years of Sam Darnold and 3 craptastic years of Zach Wilson and 4 snaps from Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's what I have. And now the Zach Wilson era is over, and I feel like I need some kind of acknowledgement, some kind of it's done now. The story is over. We've moved on. I get closure. I want that. It's the meeting with the ex-girlfriend when you know you're breaking up.
Are you going high fidelity now?
And you say all the things
Charlie,
you want to say.
Why'd you break up with me?
Yeah, why'd you break up with Catherine Zeta-Jones? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me what happened? How your record sorted, autobiographical. Oh, okay. But I feel like that would have been great, and there was an opportunity last night to get that. You can get closure here on the show. We can give you closure on anything.
Top 5 songs about the death of Zach Wilson's career with the New York Jets.
Go. Back in the New York Groove, number 1. And I feel like I needed to say more, needed to have some time to sit with it and to come out. And then I just, I realized I need to say goodbye, or I need to say one more time at least, God, he stunk. And the Jets stunk trying to put him in a position to succeed. They didn't do it. And it's frustrating. And it makes me want to rip the marble top off this table because I got my good triceps.
Think that's legit marble?
Yeah. Oh, well, or at least it's faux marble. Even faux marble is like hard plastic. And I feel like I wanted to have that. Like I needed to have that, and I didn't get that last night.
No, you did
and I'm
not.
getting it a little bit now, but still.
Yeah, but you know what? You went from maybe the sadness / relief of the departure of Zach Wilson into the complete euphoria of what happened with your Knicks.
Yeah, there was
so
that.
You really didn't.
There
you
was
really
that.
didn't have that grieving time. Right, it's that you wrote a little nice soliloquy, and we started to talk about it a bit, and then it became and that was it. You forgot all about Zach Wilson. You had your O face on, and that was it.
Yeah, but it's still there. Okay, but it's like you break up with your girlfriend, and you're hoping to get closure. You go out with your friends one night, and you get absolutely blasted, and you have so much fun and everything else. But then you get the next day, and you go, I still miss Susie or Jennifer or whatever her name is. I'm so I really wish I have that closure.
And then you go out and get hammered again.
It's gonna get the Knicks are on tomorrow. Let's go, Rob Roy for everybody.
They don't have another day off, do they? Let's do it again. No, I understand.
I needed that, and I didn't get it. I needed the cathartic angle of Zach Wilson leaving.
No, it's a difficult proposition, right? It's like when Justin Fields ends up getting traded to from the Bears to the Steelers. It was they didn't really do right by him, but boy, look at what they're doing around that offense. Just too bad it's a front office a couple of years too late, and he was not their guy, right? That's it. With Zach Wilson, it's I don't know what this is going to work, but they didn't really do right by him. And they went out of their way to bring in Aaron Rodgers, and look at all the pain and misery he's caused me because of the bad headlines. Because you hate the headlines, right? It's supposed to be quiet. We need quiet. We need to calm it down. And then what's he do? Spouts off about another couple of conspiracies to pull out the flamethrower on that stuff again. Meanwhile, Zach Wilson's still on the roster. You're like, why is he still on the roster? And we even had that conversation last week of, he's got to be there as a break glass in case of emergency between Rodgers' history and age and Tyrod Taylor's history. Not that he's going to get, the needle like he did from the Chargers a few years back.
So let me at least just say, finally, goodbye.
Can't even say you had a good run.
No, he had a run.
He had a run.
Maybe he had a walk. Maybe he had a nice stroll.
A brisk stroll.
Maybe he crawled to the bathroom to throw up in the toilet.
Well, they never let him crawl. They forced him onto a treadmill immediately.
It was such an epic fail by him and the Jets.
Jet show.
Everybody. So, goodbye. When one door closes, another one opens. We say goodbye to Zach Wilson. We say hello to Brian Fenley.
Wow.
Who has
There
what's
he
trending
is.
in the wide world of sports.
Those
BF.
segues, that's a broadcast professional right there. And I never want to say goodbye to you wearing shirts that are sleeveless. I always want to see those.
Did you get a picture?
I will.
I'll take a picture with you after. That's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
I'll autograph it for you, too.
If you have time in your schedule, I know you're a busy guy.
No, I can do that.
You know, we still owe Eric an autograph photo, so we should pose for ones together, too.
We owe who?
Guy that runs a coffee house, big fan of the show, asked for an autograph photo that he could put up.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll take one.
So we got to do that.
For sure.
I think we'll put Fenley in it, too.
I think we give him one of Fenley.
Just one of
Although
Fenley.
if all three of us are in the picture with the size of your guys' domes, are we all going to be able to fit in the shot of the photo?
Now you're out of the picture. How about that? Now you're out.
All right, well, what is in picture right now and what you can watch on television or you can listen to it on the radio and us talking about it is this Game 2 first round Lakers and Mavericks. The Mavericks are really starting to pull ahead here in the fourth quarter. They've outscored the Clippers by 10 in the fourth alone. It's 90-81, 126 to go in the fourth quarter. Kawhi Leonard has struggled. This is his first game back after missing the last 9 with right knee inflammation and had 8 points of his 12 through 3 quarters in the third quarter, but has quieted since. Luka Doncic, 32 points, just hit a nasty step back, and his team is up in good position here, trying to equal things at one game apiece. The Clippers are up 1-0 as of now. It's 2-0 in favor of the Timberwolves after their 105-93 win at home against the Suns, while the Pacers get on the board. They tie things up at 1 apiece in their matchup against the Bucks after the Bucks had to play without Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they suffered because of it. 125-108, Indiana victorious. Pascal Siakam, 37 points, 11 rebounds to his name. NHL postseason is upon us as well. Let's not forget about that as we do that hockey, as they say. There's one game still going, and it's late in the third period. It's the Canucks trailing the Predators 3-1. So the Preds are up 3-1. That is a game 2. Preds win. If they do, they tie the series at 1. Rangers over the Capitals 4-3. Rangers lead that first round series at 2-0. Overtime victory for the Panthers 3-2 against the Lightning. That one is a final, of course. Florida winning the first 2 games of that series, and it's a tie series with the Avalanche and Jets at 1 after the Avalanche had a 4 score. They scored 4 goals, in the second period.
And 7 years ago. Sure.
There you go. Well done. Well done. A 5-2 Avalanche over the Jets. And then lastly, we'll go right into Major League Baseball. Just get some of the notable scores. Obviously, there's so many going on. But right now, what we are focusing on is some of the finals. The Braves 5-0. They beat out the Marlins. The Yankees 4-3 winners against the Athletics. Cubs victorious 7-2 against the Astros. White Sox had a chance, but that's not going to do it. 6-5 Twins over the White Sox as the White Sox are 3-20 on the year. We also saw another loss for the Mets, so got to make sure we get that into the update. 5-1. A team that's under 500 beat a team that's over 500. Giants over the Mets 5-1. That's a final score. Padres also lost. They're not 500 or more than 500. They're 500 on the dot. 13 wins, 13 losses, falling to the Rockies, 6-18. What are you guys laughing at, Jason?
They're not
Smith
500, then an under 500, then an over 500. They're at 500. A team that was over 500 lost to a team that's under 500, and here's your final score.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
He's not your Vetus. He's not my Vetus. He's our Vetus. Our Vetus Sabonis. What?
Just because the Padres have more wins already this season than the Mets and the White Sox, don't be jealous, guys.
A team over 500 plays a team under 500.
You guys are just
team
envious.
over 500 wins. The team under 500, or if the team under 500 wins, they get closer to 500. Team over 500 loses, also gets closer to 500. You have 500 teams, but the Padres are right at 500.
But they are, and they still have more wins than the Mets.
Thanks, Brian.
Just want to make sure you knew that.
Thank you for the math lesson.
Yes.
Appreciate that. Hey, coming up next, boy, do we got a barn burner going on at the Crypt. Woo! We have the final between Dallas and the Clippers. Is it going to be an incredible Clippers comeback, or does Luka even the series? Keep it here. That's next, Fox.
Check it out. Sometimes you miss something, or sometimes you may want to hear it again.
I want to hear it now.
As soon as this show is over, you can podcast it. Just search The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon wherever you get your podcasts. Again, just search The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon. Be sure to rate, review, and most importantly, follow.
Thoroughbred Racing is combining its tradition of hands-on care with cutting-edge technology, raising its safety standards to the highest levels. New investments in wearable biometric devices, AI, and advanced imaging help to reduce injury risk. And the sport's new independent regulator, HISA, is implementing uniform rules, testing, and strict enforcement across the board. Every day, an ecosystem of care and a commitment to protect horse and rider. So win or lose, it's safety that runs first. To learn more, visit safetyrunsfirst.com.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, picturing yourself moving in and calling it home, and quite another navigating the world of price negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. An agent who's a Realtor can make understanding that world easier. Realtors have the expertise, access to proprietary data, and tools to help you get from imagining living somewhere to actually doing it. That's the kind of help we can provide. Because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association